I still remember the exact moment my phone buzzed on the kitchen table. It was a Tuesday afternoon, the kind where the sun feels too warm for bad news. I was 50 years old, finally breathing easy after decades of grinding. My name is Robert, but everyone just calls me Rob. I'd spent 28 years building a small construction business from nothing. Just me, a rusty truck, and a promise to give my family a better life. My son, Ethan, he was my pride. Raised him alone after his mom walked out when he was 6. Taught him how to swing a hammer before he could spell his name. He was smart, charming, always smiling that smile that made people trust him. By 25, he was my right hand in the business. I even made him a partner. Gave him access to everything, bank accounts, contracts, my heart. That buzz on the table, it was the bank. "Mr. Carter, your main account is overdrawn by $312,000. I laughed. Must be a mistake. I opened the app myself. Balance, 4732s. My life savings, gone. Every dollar I'd saved for retirement, for emergencies, for the dream of buying a little cabin by the lake, vanished. I called Ethan. Straight to voicemail. Called again. Again. Then I saw the text from an unknown number. "Dad, I'm sorry. I had no choice." My knees hit the floor. The man I raised, the boy I carried on my shoulders, he didn't just take my money. He took my future. But here's the thing they didn't know. I wasn't done fighting. Not yet. The next 48 hours were a blur of panic and paperwork. I drove to the bank like a ghost, clutching printouts, demanding answers. The manager, a kind woman named Lisa, sat me down with a look I'll never forget. Pity mixed with fear. "Rob," she said softly, "the withdrawals were authorized. Your signature. Your son's access code." She slid the forms across the table. My handwriting. My initials. But I hadn't signed a thing. I stared at the dates. Over 6 months, Ethan had been siphoning money, $5,000 here, $12,000 there. Small enough not to trigger alerts, smart enough to look like business expenses. He even labeled one transfer, "Equipment deposit urgent." I never bought equipment. I went home and tore through his old room, found nothing but dust and lies. Then I checked the company laptop he borrowed. Hidden folder. Password, his birthday. Inside, spreadsheets, dozens of them. Fake invoices, shell companies. One named EC Holdings, Ethan Carter. My son had built a shadow empire, using my name, my blood, my trust. I called his friends. "He's in Vegas," one said. "Big wins." "Living large." Another. "He said you were sick. Needed the money for treatment." Lies on lies. I sat in the dark that night, the house too quiet. Anger wasn't the word. It was deeper, like someone had carved out my chest and left a hole. But in that hole, a spark. I wasn't going to let him disappear with my life. Not without the truth coming out. I made a promise to myself. I'd find every secret he buried, and I'd bury him with them. I hired a private investigator, old friend from the job sites, Mike. Ex-cop, quiet type. Gave him everything, bank logs, laptop, Ethan's last known locations. 3 days later, he called. "You need to see this in person." We met at a diner off the highway. He slid a thick envelope across the table. Inside, photos. Ethan in a suit I'd never seen, shaking hands with men in expensive watches. Casino chips stacked like skyscrapers. A woman on his arm, blonde, young, laughing. Then the bombshell. Property records. A condo in Miami. A boat registered in the Caymans. All bought in the last 4 months. With my money. But the worst was a voice recording. Mike got it from a bartender Ethan owed. Pressed play. Ethan's voice, drunk and laughing. "My old man. He's clueless. Thinks I'm his legacy. By the time he figures it out, I'll be gone. He'll be too broken to fight." I played it again. And again. Each word was a knife. He didn't just steal my savings. He planned it. Groomed me for years. Used my love like a weapon. Mike asked, "You want me to keep digging?" I didn't hesitate. "Dig until there's nothing left to hide." That night I didn't sleep. I made a list. Every account. Every fake company. Every lie. And at the bottom I wrote one word. Expose. Revenge isn't loud. It's quiet. Calculated. Like laying bricks, one truth at a time. First I froze what was left. Changed every password. Locked Ethan out of the business. He called the next day, panicked. "Dad, what's going on?" I can't log in. I stayed calm. System glitch. I'm handling it. He bought it. Of course he did. He still thought I was the fool. Then I went public but smart. No screaming. No accusations. Just facts. I posted in the local contractor Facebook group. Warning, EC Holdings is running fake invoices. Check your books. Attached one of the forged documents. No name. Just enough to stir doubt. Within hours, messages flooded in. Other business owners, clients Ethan had approached. Turns out he wasn't just stealing from me. He'd been scamming suppliers, promising jobs that didn't exist, pocketing deposits. I built a timeline, printed everything, bank statements, photos, the recording. Then I called the one person Ethan feared, his grandmother. My mom, she raised him when I worked double shifts, still had his baby pictures on her fridge. I played her the tape. She cried so hard the phone shook. Then she said, "Bring him home, Rob, I'll handle the rest." I knew what that meant. She'd call him herself, guilt him into coming back, and he would, because even monsters flinch at their grandma's tears. He showed up on a Sunday, tan from Miami, new watch, fake smile. "Dad, Grandma said you needed me." "What's wrong?" I didn't answer. Just led him to the dining table. The envelope sat in the center like a bomb. "Open it." He laughed nervously. "Dude, what is this?" I didn't blink. "Open it." His fingers shook as he pulled out the photos. The bank records, the recording transcript. His face went white. "Dad, I can explain." "Play it." I hit play on my phone. His own voice filled the room. "He'll be too broken to fight." He lunged for the phone. I pulled it back. "Sit down, Ethan." Grandma walked in from the kitchen. Eyes red, voice steady. "You lied to me, boy. You lied to your father. You lied to yourself." She placed a plane ticket on the table. One way. Back to the city where the cops were waiting. Turns out one of the suppliers filed charges. Fraud, theft, enough to lock him up for years. He begged, cried, got on his knees. "I'll pay it back." "I swear." I looked at him, the boy I once carried, and felt nothing. "You already spent it," I said. "On boats, on girls, on a life you thought you deserved." He tried to run. Mike was at the door. Quiet, professional. Handcuffs weren't needed. Just the weight of truth. Ethan's trial was quick. He took a plea. 5 years. Restitution, $312,000. He'll be paying it back for the rest of his life. The business? I rebuilt it. Smaller. Smarter. Hired people I could trust, old crew, new rules. The cabin by the lake? I bought it last month. Cash. Sat on the porch at sunset and didn't feel empty anymore. People ask if I forgive him. I don't know. Forgiveness isn't a switch. But I sleep at night. That's enough. Here's what I learned and what I want you to remember. Trust is a gift. Don't give it to someone who hasn't earned it twice. And if someone betrays you, don't drown in anger. Build a bridge with the truth. Walk across it and never look back. Because the real revenge, it's not destroying them. It's surviving. Thriving, becoming someone they can't touch. I'm 52 now, stronger, wiser, and every brick I lay in my new life. It's got his name on it, but I'm the one holding the trowel. If you've been betrayed, comment below. You're not alone, and your story, it's not over. Click subscribe if you believe in second chances. But only for those who earn them.